Yo, so today is Friday, it's the 29th of September, so the last day of trading month of September. I'm going to go through a few trade setups that I spotted today and I'll take red. So yeah, the first one is Euro USD. It's a 7 a.m. silver bullet. Um, so that's the start of the kill zone, of the New York kill zone. So we look at the daily quickly. There's a daily SIBI here between these three candles there. So we go on to a smaller time frame, the 1 minute, which I like. These two lines here is another daily. I think is it SIBI or BISI? SIBI there as well. So that's another SIBI. So we look what price has done. Price is trading above this SIBI. It's become an inversion fair value gap, and then it's ran higher into the other fair value gap here, and so we see price playing around here, takes out this buy side here, runs lower. People have got stops above here, it takes stops once more, because don't forget you're not really trading around this time. Takes stops once more, pulls lower, so it makes that a high, a low, a high, high, lower, low. So these candles here, these four bearish candles, is a bearish breaker. So we draw that across. Let's make this orange. We draw that across, and then we get the midpoint to the middle. It's that white line. Price trades nicely up to the white line here. There's a fair value gap inside the bearish breaker. Make that colour. So there's a fair value gap inside the bearish breaker. But if you look at that time is 6:58, so you don't want to be entering then. You want to enter 7 a.m. Until 10 a.m. is the London kill zone. New York kill zone, sorry, and it's 7 a.m. till 8:30 a.m. is the silver bullet. And it drops down lower, 7:03. There's a fair value gap here. So that is the silver bullet set up right there. Silver bullet there. That fair value gap, so that's an entry there. So it gives you 1, 2, 3 opportunities to get in. Where could your stops be? Your stops just above this high there, or you want to be conservative above the bearish breaker or above this fair value gap, but I would have just put it above that high there. And then your target is where people have bought all of this from up here. They're trailing their stops to these, so it'd be all of these. So you take in some partials on these, and yeah, you get the gist to it. So yeah, so you take the partials all these until the final draw is these equal lows here. People think that that's quite support, like a big support, and you see price runs it lower to them, and then it's pulled back up. So yeah, that was the final draw liquidity for me for the day. Let me just delete that now. So that was one trade setup for EURUSD. There is one for pound. So if we take a look at the 4 hour, take a look at this wick here. Price was running. If there's not really any inefficiencies, the thing you look next is the wicks. So I just drew this, the consequent card of that, and it ran to the T basically, a little bit above. So it ran a little bit above there, and then it pulled lower. For me, this one is not as clear as EURUSD. But here, if I delete this now, it's made a high, a low, a high, high, then a lower low. So these two candles here is a bearish breaker. Draw that across. You can see where price is not closing above it. I go into the 1 minute. So yeah, so once it's made the low from this, once it took out here, that's when it becomes a bearish breaker. and then you're looking to enter in a certain time. There was 8:30 news, so price runs up, runs lower, runs up higher, takes that out there, and then once it takes out this here, this low, this then becomes a bearish breaker here. So once it makes that low here, you can draw that candle across. Inside is a fair value up there. There, up there. So that'd been a nice entry. Make that green. Enter, where would your stops be? Your stops would have to be above this. So you can be above this candle here, where it makes the fair value gap, or if you want to be conservative, above the bearish breaker. And where are your targets in? You target these lows here, those lows, and that low, and this grey box here is a CB on the 1 hour, and it nearly trades to that there. And then if you look at the DXY quickly, so which is the dollar, so at 5 or 6 o'clock it taps into the consequent encouragement of this, which is similar to GU. Taps into consequent encouragement of that. If you look in the 15 minutes, it bounces here, takes out sell side, taps into the consequent encouragement, breaks above, market structure shift, fair value gap. Also as well, so makes a high, a low, a high, high, bearish breaker, bullish breaker, sorry. So these candles here, find the midpoint, there, sorry, it should be there, midpoint, 5 minutes. Fair value gap lines nicely with the midpoint. Look at that candle there, straight on the exact point of the bullish breaker. And where's the draw liquidity? These highs here. Maybe it wants to run further. This daily opening gap here, and it taps into it. Where exactly does it tap into it? It taps into the 75% or the 25%. 25%, and then pulls lower. And there is one more trade setup that I spotted today. I watched it and I tape read it quite nicely. If you watched the ICT live stream today, he called it basically. So we look at the 4 hour, there's a CB here, you get the consequent encouragement. It should go on the 1 minute. It was proper choppy after that news. Then 9:30 open, it ran higher. And then 10 AM, which is silver bullet, pulls from this CB, pulls into a fair value gap. Silver bullet, target this sell side. So entry there, gave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, multiple times to enter. Target sell side, pulls up a little bit higher, and then next target will probably be that sell side there and the sell side here. But yeah, hope you enjoyed this video. If it helped you out at all, leave a like, comment below, and yeah, subscribe, and shout out to ICT. Have a blessed weekend, and yeah, be safe.